Larry, look at us. We're not gay. But if we were gay, don't you think I'd be with someone a little hotter looking than you?
Number 10. Hitch's manipulative tactics. Hitch.
You're selling the stuff, but you just don't believe in your own product.
Granted, the intentions of date doctor Hitch Hitchens aren't all bad. He wants to help men who struggle to date find love in long-term relationships. But he still teaches men to use manipulative tactics to make an impression.
I knew you didn't work here.
You did.
Yeah, how else was I supposed to get you away from all those guys?
He also assumes that he knows all about what women want, even when it's in conflict with what women actually say.
Luckily, the fact is that just like the rest of us, even a beautiful woman doesn't know what she wants until she sees it. And that's where I come in.
It turns out what he thinks women want is often completely wrong. Of course, by the end of the movie, Hitch learns his lesson. But his character is so problematic that we can't imagine him being the focus of a movie today.
You know what your problem is, Hitch? You're all about the short game.
Number 9. Liv and Emma turning on each other. Bride wars.
At the end of the day, I want you at my wedding, and whichever way this works out, one of us will just have to be married on a different day.
In this 2009 romantic comedy, two best friends, played by Kate Hudson and Anne Hathaway, become sworn enemies when their weddings are scheduled for the same day at the same venue.
They haven't spoken for a week. That's a century in girl years.
So they decide to sabotage each other's special day. It's a premise that perpetuates the stereotype that female friendships are plagued by jealousy and backstabbing. Why didn't they just have a double wedding? All the pranks they pull on each other are supposed to be funny, but when you look at them through today's lens, they're really just pathetic.
We've been hit. Repeat, we've been hit.
Even though they make up in the end, it sends a pretty destructive message to viewers. Number 8. The shallowness. Shallow Hal.
Oh, wait a minute, I get it. Nice try, Mauricio. Where'd you find this one?
The intention of this movie was to show that beauty is only skin deep, but the delivery is very dubious. After being hypnotized by motivational speaker Tony Robbins, Jack Black's character Hal is forced to see people's inner beauty as their outer beauty. It's an interesting premise, but there's still a lot of superficiality and body shaming on the way. Jason Alexander's character Mauricio is particularly mean-spirited and judgmental.
Straight ahead, across the field. Is she behind the rhino?
Neither Hal nor Mauricio fit stereotypical standards of male beauty, yet they see women who they deem unattractive as worthless. Again, they learn their lessons, but it's cringy to watch them get there.
It could be like in that movie, The Crying Game. Remember when the guy fell in love with a beautiful woman? And then when he found out it was really a guy, it didn't matter, because he already loved her.
Number 7. Danny's scam. Just go with it. Adam Sandler's Danny uses a cheap trick to pick up women. He pretends to be unhappily married, then sleeps with them without the risk of commitment. In other words, he lies to get women into bed.
I'm just saying, telling the truth is not in the cards right now.
When he actually falls for a woman, Brooklyn Decker's Palmer, this gets him into a world of trouble. She discovers his fake ring, and rather than reveal what he's used it for in the past, he gets his employee and friend Catherine to pose as his wife.
You want me to be your wife?
Uh-huh.
And you couldn't think of another name other than Devlin?
It goes without saying that lying to someone to sleep with them or to pursue a romantic relationship with them is hella wrong. It's not just a flaw, it's a huge red flag.
So can you just focus for a few more days?
Yes.
Good. So give me some fake hugs right now and laugh real loud like we're the happiest family on earth. Is that possible?
Number 6. Mike's chauvinism. The ugly truth.
Now, I've been looking through some books. Smart women, foolish choices. Men who love women who hate them. And women hating men who love women who hate loving men. Huh?
Rewatching this movie today, it's difficult to find anything redeemable about male chauvinist Mike Chadway, played by Gerard Butler.
Rule number 3, men are very visual. We have to change your look.
What's wrong with my look?
Abby.
Sure, Katherine Heigl's Abby has some quirks, such as a commitment to questionable self-help books and an idealistic view of relationships. But Mike is a conceited pig who reduces women to objects and dishes out his own sexist assumptions about the opposite sex as gospel. How do these two even end up together? This kind of all-knowing male trope is an infamous flaw of rom-coms that we've been victim to ever since Harry Met Sally.
I thought you didn't believe men and women could be friends.
Number 5. Assuming a lesbian can go straight for the right guy. Chasing Amy.
Okay. Why girls?
Why men?
Because that's the standard.
This Kevin Smith film follows Ben Affleck's Holden as he chases after Alyssa, even though he knows she's a lesbian. Or at least she is until Holden comes along.
You know, I've never really been attracted to men.
So you're still a virgin then?
No.
This perpetuates the idea that being gay is a simple matter of choice, like having a switch that can just be turned on or off. To make it worse, when Holden finds out that he isn't the first man she slept with, he's angry with her and expects her to feel ashamed.
You have some sort of half-assed, mealy-mouthed objection to pubescent antics that took place almost 10 years ago.
In fact, he ends up dumping her for it, then regretting it and asking her to have a threesome.
That would take care of everything.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty baffling. Talk about entitlement. Number 4, pretending to be gay. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Larry, look at us. We're not gay. But if we were gay, don't you think I'd be with someone a little hotter looking than you?
This could be seen as another case of good intentions gone wrong. Chuck and Larry pretend to be gay so that Larry can name his kids as beneficiaries in his life insurance. On the one hand, the characters learn lessons about how it feels to face discrimination and generally change for the better.
All right, well, I guess I'll see you at Little League then, all right?
Oh, you know what? We're good.
We are good.
On the other, it's a story about a supposedly gay couple without real gay representation.
What is this? Gays of our lives?
And the way it does represent gay couples is rooted in stereotypes. Not to mention, there's also that scene where Chuck feels up his lawyer while still posing as gay.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh.
Number 3, Gloria assaulting Jeremy. Wedding Crashers. This one is so wrong, it's hard to understand how it was well received at the time. Isla Fisher's character Gloria becomes obsessed with Vince Vaughn's Jeremy and relentlessly pursues him no matter how many times he tells her to back off. One night, she surprises him while he's asleep, ties him down, and assaults him. This traumatic event is somehow written off as a big joke. In 2006, this movie even made Premiere Magazine's list for the 50 greatest comedies of all time. Such predatory behavior should never have been treated as something to laugh at. Number 2, Jake handing off his girlfriend. 16 Candles.
Who's he?
That's me.
Get ready for another "how did anyone ever think this was okay" moment. When Jake's girlfriend Carolyn passes out at a party, he notes idly that he could, quote, violate her if he felt like it. But he's just not into her anymore. So he passes her off to Ted.
Make a deal with you. Let me keep these. I'll let you take Carolyn home.
How is this the movie's romantic lead and supposed heartthrob? As Ted and Carolyn are about to drive off, Jake convinces an inebriated Carolyn that Ted is in fact Jake, and tells Ted to have fun. Ted takes full advantage, and the next day, Carolyn is portrayed as pretty much fine with it all.
You take the picture already? You're pissing me off.
Talk about wrong, as well as completely delusional. Number 1, Mickey Rooney playing Mr. Yoshi. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Mr. Go right through.
Based on Truman Capote's 1958 novella, Breakfast at Tiffany's remains a beloved classic. But sadly, it's not all kissing in the rain and Moon River. There's one aspect of the film that many would love to forget. Audrey Hepburn's Holly Golightly has a Japanese landlord, Mr. Yoshi, who's inexplicably played by Caucasian actor Mickey Rooney.
But that was 2 weeks ago. You cannot go on or keep ringing my bell. You disturb me. You must have a key made.
Even decades later, this continues to be talked about as one of the most offensive instances of yellowface in cinema history. Mr. Yoshi is a caricature whose ethnic identity is played purely for laughs. While whitewashing continues to be a problem in Hollywood, we'll hopefully never see another instance quite as awful as this.
In 30 seconds, I got to call the police.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.